Namaste. Welcome to this new practice. Today we're going to move a little bit those areas where stress is stored, because yes, stress is stored in our body, especially in these areas like neck and shoulders, hips and jaw, because hips and jaw are connected. And if you are stressed, if you're tense, also your face muscles are tense, your jaw, which is directly connected to the hip, and that will give you even more stiffness. So today let's try a few movements that you can do perfectly at home, at your own pace, whenever you feel that you want to release tension in these areas. You can also do them in an office if you work in the office or smart working. So grab your mat and I'll see you for the practice. So for this practice you might need a pillow. Feel free to use a bolster, or it's perfectly functional also your couch pillow. It's perfect. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Just a few moments. Tuning in with your breath. Acknowledging how you're feeling today. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Don't try to do anything, to force anything, just be an observer. Try to be like a pet. Animals are so mindful. They stay in the moment. They observe, especially cats. I'm lately observing my cats, and they are the most mindful beings in the world. They keep staring at the window. They could stare out of the window for hours, just doing nothing, just be. So see if you can be here right now at this moment. Consciously relax your jaw and your eyes. Keep your shoulders down, away from the ears. And we start this practice with breathing, so with breath awareness. Like we did on the first lesson, you can bring your hands on your belly or just leave them on your knee and focus on the movement of the belly. I want you to breathe in and using the abdominal muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. Find the connection with your breath, your deeper self. And now I want you to breathe in for 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Now let's try to move up to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Start with breath awareness, like we did in the previous lesson. We want to tune in with our breath before the practice. That because will help us to stay grounded, present, and bring the mind back to the moment, which is the real moment that actually exists, because past doesn't exist anymore and the future is not here yet. So we must focus only on the present moment, to your well-being and to your happiness. So soften your eyes. If you want, you can close them completely. Just keep a soft gaze. Relax your jaw and relax your face. And I would like you to have a gentle smile again on your lips. Imagine you are like the Mona Lisa. Relax your shoulders down, away from the ears. And begin bringing your attention to the breath. Without controlling or trying to control your breath, you want just to be aware of the process of breathing. You might want to notice if your breath is shallow, if it's deep, if it's calm, long. And now you're going to breathe in and long exhale out through the mouth. One more. Inhale deeply. Allow your breath to be silent and slow. When I say deep, I don't mean like that kind of deep, but I say deep as breathing fully. Use your all lungs capacity. Allow your breath to completely fill your lungs and your diaphragm to move down, massaging your internal organs, giving your body a nice massage. So remember to breathe with your abdomen. And exhaling, bringing the abdomen in towards the spine. Few more rounds at your own pace, feeling your lungs completely with oxygen. And breathe out fully, breathing out those stress, anxiety, negative emotions. You are here right now in a safe space, taking care of yourself, of your well-being, your mental health. And just enjoy the process of breathing. Keep your awareness to the breath out. Few more rounds. And now after your next inhalation, you hold your breath. So let's start together. Inhale and exhale first. And then inhale. Hold. Exhale fully, releasing the shoulders even deeper. One more. Inhale fully. Hold the breath. Exhale. You can choose to breathe out through the mouth or through the nose, but please be aware of your exhalation. Don't be too quick, too fast. Also with your inhale must be gentle, but with awareness. Let's try one more time. Deep inhale and long exhale. And then inhale deeply. Hold at the end of your inhale. Exhale, release. And by now your mind might already be calmer and your breath also calmer. With your next inhalation, open your eyes if you have closed them and release your hands next to your hips. Relax the shoulders. Always during this practice, keep your focus on the shoulders. Try to consciously take them away from those ears. And now lift your chin up, looking up, and keeping those shoulders relaxed. Exhaling, bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhaling, lift your chin up again. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And one more time, chin towards the chest with a long exhalation. Relaxing your shoulders, your upper back, feeling that you're stretching your neck. But still you keep a slight engagement into the shoulders, into your back muscles. Don't drop only your chin, like hinging forwards. And when exhale, come up to a neutral position and turn your nose towards your right. Allow the movement to be long as your breath. And also allow your eyes to follow the movement. So with my eyes, I'm looking over my right shoulder. Coming back to the center with your next inhale. And with the exhale, I turn my head to the other side. Come back to the center and do this movement for a few rounds at your own pace. Turning your head from side to side, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and also following the movement with your eyes, so that can also the nerve of our eyes can get a nice massage and stimulation. When we practice yoga, we work at an holistic way. So we take the human beings as a whole and we work with each muscle, even with the fascia muscle, with this subtle layer that is just underneath our skin. It's amazing. Come back to center and drop your ear towards one shoulder, stretching the neck and keeping the hands on the floor, shoulders relaxed. Come back to center and to the other side. Come back to center. One more each side. And come back to center. And now we are going to do the full round. So ear to the shoulder, and then chin to the chest. And to the other side. And chin up. And again towards the other shoulder. Chin to chest. Into the other shoulder. Chin up. Be careful here not to drop your neck here. You want to stretch your front body. So you still keep the engagement, slight engagement in the neck, but you want to focus on the frontal part here, on your throat. And do one more circle, following your own pace. I suggest you to do the movement very slowly. We are so used to do movement quickly, to do everything quickly and fast. But at least right now, take some time for you. Take some time to go slow. And come back to the center. And now we're going to, you have two options here. You can just again place your chin here. We're going to stay a little bit more here, but I want you to place your hands just at the base of the skull. So where your skull meets your neck. Interlace the fingers and bring your elbows slightly towards each other, feeling a nice pressure, and stretch into the upper spine, upper back, neck. Don't be too harsh, don't push too much. Just find that sweet spot where you feel the stretch but it's still comfortable and pleasant. And slowly release the posture, release your hands, and place one hand on your opposite knee and your other hand behind you. Take a deep breath here. And with the exhale, you're going to turn towards the same hand which is behind you. And here, don't retain your breath. Stay here. Try to work on your whole spine, moving also your upper back, not only your lower back. So you want to twist your entire spine, pushing the shoulders back. And another tip here, use your breath so that you can help the movement, the asana, to be more steady. So inhaling, you breathe and elongate, and with the exhale, you twist slightly more, creating space, relaxing the shoulders. Don't try to force anything, just let go. Come back to the center and turn to the other side. So place one hand, the other one is back, inhaling long with the spine, and exhaling, I twist. I twist my neck, I twist my eyes, my entire spine. And keep breathing here. Remember to Breathe in and elongate your spine, opening the chest. And with the exhale, I twist slightly more. And next inhale, come back to the center and release. Interlace the fingers. This is an excellent exercise for those of you who use a lot keyboards, typing, or also on the phone. So this is a very beautiful movement, both direction. And stretch your fingers and wrist. Excellent movement for those who has carpal tunnel. The other one. And release. And now open your fingers and slowly bring your fingertips to touch. And very slowly to open and stretch. One more. Slowly bring your tips together. And slowly up. And release. One more exercise for neck and shoulders. You can choose to stay here. If that's not comfortable for you, please use a pillow so you can sit a little bit higher. You can also go onto your knees here. Try to keep your toes curled under if you can. Otherwise, you can just sit here. And again, if that's not comfortable, you can use a pillow underneath your sitting bones. So whatever sitting position you've chosen, extend your arms in front of you and place one arm down and the other one on top, and then hook and close. Now that's not accessible to everyone. This is very advanced pose, but it's excellent for the shoulders. So what we want here, don't worry if you cannot keep your palms towards each other. Just place your front of the hand. And then from here, if you find yourself too much high with your shoulders, I want you to consciously bring the shoulders down. And maybe here you can also try to lift slightly up your elbows towards your nose, noticing what's happening into the shoulder blade. Notice if you're breathing. Don't forget that you must breathe. Relax your shoulders with each exhalation. Few more breaths. Exhaling, release. Shake your hands, shake your arms. And we do again the same movement, but this time the other arm goes down. In my case, it's the left. And then I hook my right, and then I try to keep the palms together. But if not accessible, it's not a problem. That's not the whole point of this asana. So you can basically stay here, happily here, but keep your shoulders away from the ears. And maybe if you find comfortable, lift your elbows slightly up. Few breaths. Slowly release and shake. And whatever position you are sitting on your knees, come into your hands and knees posture called Marjariasana or the cow pose. So find your alignment here and allow your back to be neutral. And now I want you to move your hips towards your right, looking towards your right hip. And then move your hips towards the left or to the other side, looking towards the hip. Do this movement a few times, trying to relax your tailbone, your lower back as much as you can, and do this movement very slowly. Remember, this is not competition. We already have a lot of competition out there in the world, but in the mat, it's just us and our practice. This is the beauty of yoga. It really allows us to take care of ourselves, not minding too much of what's happening. And come back to a neutral position. And now bring your toes together and keep your knees wide. And slowly I want you to sit down onto your heels. If that's not accessible for you, please use a blanket underneath your feet, rolled blanket, or you can also use a rolled blanket here, or roll your mat underneath your knees. And another option is placing a pillow here on the floor so that you can lie your chest on the pillow, and then you can extend your arms and lie down with your forehead. Relaxing completely, letting go. And here you want to side out through the mouth a couple of times, releasing even more. Relax your jaw. Give space to your shoulders, to your neck. And with your next inhalation, you come up and try to walk your fingers a little bit forwards, lifting the hips. Tuck your toes under and stay here. Try to push your hips back, pressing your fingers down on the floor. Consciously focus on your shoulders, on your neck. Try to keep your neck nice and long, in line with the entire spine. And now maybe walk your fingers towards your knees, and see if you want to stay here, or maybe walk even more, rolling on a ball of your feet, massaging also the sole of your feet. It's an important area. There are a lot of energy channels there, also according to the Chinese medicine. And maybe I walk a little bit forward again, walking my fingers and placing my knees on the floor, extending my arms, stretching my shoulders. Nice. And one more, walking backwards, staying here on the tip of your fingers, or maybe rolling a little bit more. And last time, walking forwards. And this time I lower my elbows down onto the floor, my chin or forehead, and then I try to interlace my fingers again at the base of the skull. Or maybe for those of you who want a little bit more spicy and challenging, you can place your palms together and keep your elbows inwards, pressing the chest towards the floor. maybe only if that is accessible, if you find it comfortable, you can walk a little bit forward with your elbows. Remember that you can still have your hands down on the floor if you prefer. But stretch your shoulders here, relax the shoulders. And slowly press your hands and come up. Come one more time onto your hands and knees. Tabletop or Marjariasana. And now I want you to lift your knees off the mat and then open your knee to the side, moving your hip, flexing your foot. Trying to keep your hips in line, but that's not necessary. Important thing is that you work with the movement of the hip. So close your knee and open your knee. Movement comes from the hip, not from the knee, not from the leg. Few rounds. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling, bring back. Try to do this movement very gently, slowly, pressing the fingertips down, not only your wrist. One more. Stay there, wherever you are in your... One more, and you stay there with your knee upwards. One more, and then when you lift your knee, stay there. Strong arms, long neck for 2 and 1. And release. Feel free to shake your fingers, to shake your head, to breathe out through the mouth. And let's do on the other side. Lifting, just turn so you can see. Lifting, flexing the foot, and bringing back. Lifting and bringing back. Please be mindful with your hip, be mindful with your movement. Breathing in, opening, breathing out, back. One more, and when you reach up with your knee and foot, stay there. For 1, 2, 3, and come back. Bring your knees together this time and sit back onto your heels. Walk your fingers a little bit forward. Stretch your spine, keep your neck nice and long. That's because we want to create space into this area. And now you're going to walk your fingers back towards your feet and lower your forehead on the floor. Child pose. And you can stay here for as long as you need. Very restorative asana that helps to calm down the nervous system and to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one we use when we are calm, at ease. A few more breaths there. If you find that your mind is wandering, bring it back to the breath. And then with your next inhalation, come back up and come to sit, extending your legs Hands behind you, feet wide as your hip, even a little bit more maybe. And just move your hips, dropping your knees from side to side. Very slowly. Again, here the tendency is to go quick. Well, why? Just enjoy the movement on the hips. Breathing into the hips. Breathing in, I bring my knees up. Breathing out, I drop my knee to the other side. Inhaling, bringing up. And exhaling down. Do this movement a few times. Keeping your back straight, your neck long. And allowing your hips to fully move. And again, your breath here is your friend, because you can relax even deeper with each exhalation. When we practice yoga, we use the breath, because the breath is what keeps the mind steady, focused, calm. And come back to the center. And bring the sole of the feet together. And interlace the fingers towards your toes. If you cannot, you can place your hands on your shin bones. Find your spot, that sweet spot. You can keep your feet towards your groins if that's more comfortable for you. Or you can just create this diamond shape position with your legs. Interlacing the fingers here or hands here. Few breaths here. Find your asana. This is great to release tension into the hips. So maybe if you are here with your feet a little bit further away, try to bring them a little bit closer and see what happens, just if that's not uncomfortable. And then interlacing the fingers here, I try to stretch my spine deeper, pushing my knees down towards the floor. And then third option, you can stay here, it's fine, but please be aware of your shoulders. You see my shoulders, I'm not here, somewhere here, but I want you to bring your shoulders down. And then, if you want, only if you feel confident, just extend slightly forward, bend forward, pressing your elbows towards your knees. And maybe stay here, keeping your hips down on the floor, or you can go a little bit deeper, even much more deeper down. You don't have to do this, I'm just giving you options because I don't know what works for you today. Maybe today you want to be more mindful with the movement, more sweet, or maybe you need more stretch. So it's your practice. So you listen to your body, what it needs, and you find your path, you'll find your way. Yoga, again, is not competition. It's a journey towards ourselves, into our inner world. Slowly come up. And now we do the same asana, but reclined, or also called Supta Baddha Konasana. So reclined, bound angle pose. So lower down your back, the sole of the feet are together, and relax here. Take a deep breath into the nose, filling your lungs completely, and then breathe out fully. allowing your nervous system to calm down. Check your shoulders. Allow your upper back to be flat on the floor, your chin lowered towards the chest. And you can place one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Inhaling, feeling the movement of your belly rising, chest. And with the exhale, you feel that everything come back to its natural shape. Relax your hips. Relax your face. If you find that your jaw are too tense, maybe open your mouth a little bit and close again. A few more breaths here. Allowing your lower back to sink into the floor. Noticing the aliveness of your body. And with your next inhalation, release your hands. Place your hands on your thighs and bring your knees together very slowly, enjoying this movement. And now I want you to hug your knees into the chest, holding your legs. Slightly lift your chin off the mat. Few centimeters is fine. If you want, you can also go a little bit here, up here, but you don't have to do. And then lower your head down and give a nice massage to your lower back, rocking from side to side. And now bring your hands here underneath your thighs. Open your knees a little bit wide and press your knees towards your face, towards your armpit. Allow your facial muscles to stay relaxed. Soften your face, your eyes. And now place one hand on each shin bones, placing gently, pushing your knees towards your armpit. And then release your feet down onto the floor. Extend your legs wider than your hips. Allow your legs to fully relax, your hips as well, and your feet. Allow them to fall apart. Bring your shoulder blades towards each other, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe rock your head from side to side a couple of times. And then bring your head back to center. Open your mouth wide, provoking the yawning. This is a very relaxing thing for your brain. It gives a signal to your brain that it's time to switch off. Even if that's in our modern society is not very well seen, because they think that we are bored or we are sleeping, but actually this is one of the most natural and beautiful actions that you can do and you mustn't retain. And take a deep breath in And with a long exhale through the mouth, you close your eyes. If you feel that you want to keep your eyes open, feel free. You don't have to keep them closed. Or maybe just keep them slightly closed, so you still see light coming through, but not completely closed eyes. Allow your face to relax, your body to fully sink. Enjoying Shavasana, another excellent posture that you can do anytime when you need to calm down your nervous system. Allowing your body to fully sink. Your body is heavy. You still have the gentle smile on your face. Allowing your body and your mind to switch off, to enjoy this gentle asana. And you can stay here for as long as you need. So I hope you liked this session. Please feel free to send me a message if you need any information, if you want to ask me any question. I will be more than happy to help you out. For now, I leave you to your Shavasana. And that's all for today. Please try to do your practice every day, even just a few minutes, but it will be very, very beneficial for your mental health and your general well-being. I wish you a beautiful day or evening, and I'll see you in the next practice.